Welcome. It is the start of our championship season. That is our first time in the Sky Bet Championship. I am so excited to bring this to you today. We have signed a plethora of new players to bolster our squad and cross our fingers in hopes that we can survive our first season in the championship. Well, goodness gracious, welcome to episode number 46. I did not think we would get here this quickly, but it is our first venture into the Sky Bet Championship today. We have a game against Stoke City, and do I really want to show you the Carabao Cup first round? I don't think I do. We'll just show you the away game against Charlton Athletic. We are destined for failure in this league, as we are now 500 to 1 to gain promotion, which is fine. We just have to not lose all of our games. We have the worst two best players in the division. And yeah, I don't know what to say. We did improve our squad. I will say that our squad is much improved over what it was last season, but still it appears that it is not going to be enough. We improved our staff as well. So we've got quite a bit of good things going for us. Unfortunately, the league does not think, or the game rather, does not think we are going to be very successful in this league. Now, that being said, I did change the tactic up a little bit because we do have some really good attacking midfielders, particularly central midfielders, so Bob Mortimer is going to slot in there. If you didn't see all of the transfers that we brought in the last episode, check those out because we've made a ton of changes. As you see here, the starting lineup looks very, very different. In particular, the front four look very, very different from what you've experienced in the past couple of seasons. That's not to say that we got rid of those players, but they might be playing a little bit of a different role for us this year. So we're ready to dive into our first game here. We are at home against Stoke City. It will be interesting to see our first game and see how we play and what we do here. We're going to keep the balanced mentality and keep many of the same tactics we had before. We're just going to go from a two-striker system to a one-striker system in the hopes that we can maybe capitalize a little bit more defensively and maybe bolster this line that comes behind our initial striker here. So that being said, we are going to keep Desiree Birch in goal. Defensively, we are looking at Nish Kumar, Sue Perkins, Laura Daniel, and Alice Levine, who is our new right back at the club. Tim Vine and Joanne McNally are going to anchor our midfield just as they did last year, but up front we have a brand new set of 4 individuals who are going to be anchoring our strike leadership, whatever you want to call it, our up front talent, so to speak. We have Asim Chowdhury on the right wing. We have Bob Mortimer as our attacking midfielder and Aaron Chen on the left wing, and then May Martin will be at strike. Again, we have quite a few players that are here in our lineup that can come in and substitute, so very, very excited to bring those players in. So let's kind of just wait and see what happens here. Ursula Carlson, do we have room for you on the bench? We probably do. Who's definitely not going to play here? Sorry, my cat is behaving as a cat does. So I think we're good here. I'm going to leave this as is, and if we need to get Ursula Carlson in, we will see what happens. The 6.56 is not going to get you into the team. So let's head to the fixtures, cross our fingers, and hope for the absolute best today. Again, I do not know what to expect other than it tells us to make 2 changes to the team. Switch out Laura Daniel, and Sue Perkins. I think I might leave that as is and hope for the best. They want us to take a positive mentality. Interesting. I'm not sure if that is the approach I want to take in our very first game in the championship, but I think a balanced mentality will go. Does this make a difference in star ratings? It does not. I don't know if it's just, you know what, fine. If my assistant manager thinks it's good, I think it's good. Let's go to the match. Oh, I'm excited. This is very, very exciting for me. And I know that I've talked about it in the last several seasons about low expectations, but I don't know if we've just put together a good team, if we've just been lucky, if it's some combination of those. So let's just go out there and win some games. I mean, if we lose, we lose. All we're trying to do today is avoid relegation. That's all we're trying to do today. So if we can do that, if we can hold ourselves proud, we've done a good job. First highlight here looks like it is Stoke, and Stoke score. Awesome. We are off to a fantastic start this season. And again, this does not bode well for us. That did not look challenging by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it was literally just punched in the back of the net. So, yep, we'll just have to kind of wait and see how this turns out. But we're already down 1-0, and that was, a minute into the game. That is exactly how I wanted to start my life in the Sky Bet Championship. We are in 21st position. My cat is still being a butt and annoying the crap out of me at the moment, but it is what it is. Hey, no. Yeah, you're not going to like that, are you? But we all make choices in our lives. The choice that I've made is we are already down 1-0. Oh, they're trying to play with more creativity, just what we want. We've not done anything in the first 30 minutes of this game other than watch them do something with the ball, and Stoke City are on the attack again. Ball goes into the box, and they score a second time. We're down 2-0. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I thought that just looking at our star ratings and looking at the players that we brought in, that we might be at least a little bit competitive there. I thought that might have been a foul. Laura Daniel might have been committing a foul there, but it doesn't really matter because the ball ends up at the back of the net. And yeah, it's not a good start for us so far. We really need to start thinking about what we're going to do here. I don't know. Is the balanced mentality what's causing us problems? Do we start creating with a more positive mentality? Is that what we need to be doing? I don't know. It's halftime. We're down 2-0. We've done absolutely nothing today. So, Alice Levine, you've not had a good start. So, Babatunde Aleshe will get you on. Bob Mortimer has not looked good. Luke McGregor, no. Still trying to figure out who my players are here. You know what? We'll undo that because I believe in Bob Mortimer. As anxious as he is, I believe in him. Tim Vine. Let's go Paul Chowdhury on. I don't know if that's going to make any difference or not. I guess we will go to the positive mentality and see if that makes any difference offensively, if we can even get a shot on target this game. I mean, Stoke are clearly the better team. If this is how bad it's going to look, I do not know where we're picking up points this season. I really don't. And that's kind of terrifying. Because at least in other seasons, we had other teams that were like, oh, we can beat up on this team. They came up with us. We can beat up on that team. They came up with us. Oh, my God, it's a highlight. We'll go ahead and switch to the other crosses. Do we get a goal? Oh, is Sue Perkins offsides? Of course Sue Perkins is offsides. You can dare to dream, but you can't lead a horse to water. I'm not sure if that's how the phrase goes, but this is not pleasant. We've done better the second half. Like I said, maybe that offensive mentality is kind of the way to go. I really don't know. You know what? We're going to change this up a little bit. Maybe it's unfamiliarity with the tactic. We'll try it out. We'll see if it does anything. Check out and keep watching that XG to see if that changes anything. But, maybe we need to go back to that mentality. I don't know. We'll have to just kind of wait and see. Kumar here gets it to Chen. Back to Kumar. Floats the ball into the box. Can Chowdhury get it head on? He can. May Martin scores. It's 2-1. So maybe this is what we need to be doing the whole time. Which sucks because I signed a lot of attacking midfielders. Particularly central ones. Bob Mortimer might be sitting on the bench. Literally just a couple of minutes after I changed the tactic here, Asif Chowdhury gets a good header into May Martin, and May Martin, they fire the ball into the back of the net, and it is 2-1. We're all of a sudden back in this in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to go ahead and pause, okay? So let me think about this for a second, because I did not expect us to crawl back into this. Aaron Chen, let's get John Kearns out there. We got one more substitution to make. I'm going to go ahead and change to an attacking mentality. We really do have nothing to lose at this point in time. So let's go ahead and change that and see if we can get a draw here. I mean, what's the absolute worst that could happen? We allow a couple more goals, fine. But maybe I just need to make that change. Maybe it was a tactical issue all along that I really needed to think about, and we'll do that the next game. A 2-1 loss to Stoke. I mean, if you take away the first 30 minutes of the game, we played particularly well. So again, I think I just need to really rethink my mentality in terms of what the tactic is going forward. I actually learned quite a lot that game. You know what? I'm pleased with the efforts. It wasn't great. There are definitely some things that we need to work on. But realistically, I think that we just need to be utilizing the previous tactic we had before. And I think if we go that route, we definitely we're the better team the second half of that game. So we'll try that moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, I'm going to move forward a couple of days here. We're going to play the Mansfield Town game off camera, bring you back with the Charlton Athletic game, and hope for a little bit better result than what we had in the first game. So we will see you then. A massive 5-1 win over Mansfield Town really sets the tone, hopefully, for this game against a Charlton Athletic. I did go ahead and decide to rearrange the formation back to where it was originally. especially last season. I think maybe this is just the route we need to take. It's been successful in the past, and why change what's worked in the past? Even though we do have some players that can play in that attacking midfield position, I think that Bob Mortimer might be able to settle in as an attacking player from the central midfield. We will just have to see how things go in today's game. But that being said, our lineup looks maybe a little bit different than what it was before. I think we got mostly pretty much the same players back there. But Desiree Birch in goal defensively, Kumar, Ryan, Perkins, and Babatunde Aleshe. Tim Vine and Bob Mortimer are going to be my central midfielders, and John Kearns and Asim Chowdhury are our wingers, and Mae Martin and Emma City. All right, let's get this team submitted, and let's go ahead and start this game, and hopefully we get off to a little bit better start. Like I said before, we had a really, really good run-in against Stoke City towards the last part of the game. So what I'm really hoping is that we can just kind of continue that end run of form. We played really well against Mansfield Town. I'm really hoping we could take this good run of form into this game, give ourselves a chance for a victory or at least a point today, because the last thing I want to do is start off the game, at least start off the season rather, with 2 consecutive losses. Not a very, very good sign for the hopes and dreams of our season. But right now it looks like Charlton Athletic are the ones that have the attack so far, and defensively, not playing particularly well. That ends up being wide. And a goal kick for Chesham United. Again, can't reiterate how excited I am to be in the championship here, but I know it's going to be a really tough season. We just have to kind of buckle down and cross our fingers and hope for the best. I said 50 points is kind of the target that we're looking for here, so if we can manage 50 points over the course of the season, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. But again, we got a lot of season to play and lots of opportunities to get those points, but lots of opportunities to squander them as well, and not a whole lot happening at the moment. Definitely looks like it's a little bit more evenly paced match so far, at least based on opportunities. Again, so far, right now, Charlton are the team that do have possession here, and that probably should have been caught, if I'm perfectly honest, by Desiree Birch, as that shot was from well beyond the penalty area. Good save nonetheless, but a corner ends up ensuing, and it ends up being cleared, and the highlight quickly dissipates. As we head into the 30th minute, it is still 0-0. Fairly even match. Possession, not so much, but Charlton again with another highlight here. Seems to be they are the ones that are getting the opportunities, and another good save by Desiree Birch, as it ends up getting pushed behind the net, and a corner kick for Charlton Athletic. A little bit better this game. We're definitely not being completely run rampant over, which is always a good sign. I definitely would like to see more attacking highlights for us as opposed to Charlton, but as we approach the halftime mark, they've seemed to figure us out, as their XG has increased significantly towards the end of the half there, and so we really need to maybe rethink what we're trying to do here. It really was not great from us. It's 0-0, so we certainly can't complain. Babatunde Aleshe not playing particularly well. We'll get Alice Levine on there. Nish Kumar looks to be playing pretty well. We got decent stats so far. Catherine Ryan, we may need to make a substitution there. Again, what's nice about this team here is that none of the substitutes are really, really poor when you think about it when compared to last season. We've got really, really good substitutes. So I'm really hoping that this can be a squad that we can really get some full rotation in. So, for example, I bring in Joanne McNally here. Not a huge difference from what we already had previously. So lots of places for people to slot in. Again, we will just kind of have to wait and see how things turn out in regards to what our personnel looks like. But I think a couple changes here is certainly warranted, considering Charlton Athletic, at least according to the stats here, have had most of the possession and most of the ball, have been doing most of the work. I thought it was a little bit more even-keeled than that, but Joanne McNally ends up with the ball here, pivots and turns, and crosses the ball all the way to Asim Chowdhury. Gets it to Bob Mortimer. Mortimer on the outside here to Alice Levine, who works the ball up to Asim Chowdhury. Asim Chowdhury is going to look at the ball in the middle to Bob Mortimer, who gets dispossessed, but Joanne McNally is there to pick up the ball and work the ball on the left-hand side. Kearns, and I'm not sure what John Kearns was even thinking. I mean, impressive that he can do that, but there's definitely better options there than a bicycle kick at a very difficult angle from that far out, but I digress. Charlton Athletic with the ball now, and it looks like a good shot there ends up being deflected. Charlton do get the rebound and try to work the ball back into the box and do so quite effectively and score. And again, just a very, very poor effort defensively, just allowing that type of play to happen. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good play by Charlton, but we need to be paying a little more attention defensively to what's going on here. A good pass to Leonard. Leonard gets the ball on the outside, and nobody's paying any attention to Covery, and ball ends up in the back of the net. I'm not sure who number 15 is, but needs to be taken off. Nish Kumar is the one who we can credit for allowing that goal into the back of the net. So I think it's time to make a couple more substitutions here. Nish Kumar, oh gosh, I really don't have any substitutions there. Maybe I need to bring in another left back. That might be something that I need to consider in the near future. Gosh, we've not had any luck offensively at all today. I mean, no opportunities whatsoever, and no discredit to the offense here. We just have not been able to string anything moving forward. I don't know if it's a positive mentality. Maybe we need to go back to a more balanced effort to maybe give ourselves another opportunity to really take control of this match, because really since the beginning of the first half we have not done anything, and Charlton have been in complete control of the game so far, and it drops us unfortunately down to 22nd out of 24th, putting us in the relegation zone very early on in the season. Not something you want to see from our first two games, especially in a new league here. So let's see if we do something here. Bob Mortimer with the corner. It looks like Sue Perkins, and it's just over the top of the net. Very solid opportunity there to go near post, but unfortunately nothing of it, and it will be a goal kick. Down to about the last 10 minutes left of the game. Looks like Charlton going to have a free kick in the offensive zone here, and I'm not sure if they're going to try to cross it in or fire that ball near post, but they are taking their dear sweet time with this, as you would expect as they start to approach towards the end of the game here. Oh, and a good save by Birch. Might have been a save, might have been just wide, but still Birch had it covered, which is absolutely fantastic. We do need to go to a more attacking mentality and start trying to get something going today. Let's see here. Already took off Kearns. Let's get Chen up top and then Tarbuck on the outside here. Nish Kumar has not done much for us today at all. Bob Mortimer. Let's get Chowdhury on. That's 5 substitutions. And then let's just see if we can go attacking and see if we can get something from the last 10 minutes of this game. Again, it could be a very, very long season for us if we cannot manage to win points. And we're going to start off probably with no points and no wins, and that's not the way you want to start off the championship. I did mention it was going to be difficult this season. I really do think it's going to be. Survival is the goal for today and the goal for the season, and unfortunately, it looks like what we're going to have to try to do, because we are down near the bottom. First 2 games, only 2 teams have not earned a point, and we are one of those 2 teams, so we are going to have to really start thinking about what we want to make sure that really what we want to do. Because, sorry, I'm at a loss for words here. I'm just not used to being that low, but yikes. Give it a little bit of time. We'll have to see if we need to make any changes, but yeah, it's not a pretty sight. We got 6 days for the Cardiff game. I will probably bring you back, gosh, I don't even know, sometime in September. I'm going to let you watch me suffer, and suffer quite a bit through the course of this season, but hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more Taskmaster FC content. We are trying to get this team to the Premier League to make Little Alex Horne's dreams come true of taking all of Taskmaster contestants, putting them in the game, and giving them an opportunity to win. At least win something, because we didn't win much today. So we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.